6:48 this Thursday. Our top stories this morning. Breaking developments after 25 bargaining sessions over the last year. There is a tentative deal in place between Rochester General and the nurses union. And this comes just days before another potential week-long strike.
What happened on Monday, if not for this? So Hayden Wentworth is here live in the studio breaking down what we know about the deal so far. Hayden.
Yeah, Brennan and Michaela, we've learned this new 3.5-year contract proposal will provide a larger salary increase for nurses and addresses the ongoing staffing level concerns. In a joint statement released overnight, Tammy Snyder, President and Chief Operating Officer at RGH, says, quote, "Two key issues for both sides were wages and staffing, and I'm pleased we were able to find common ground with the union on these and many other important issues." The president for the nurses union, Carmen Camilio, adds, "We are proud of our RGH nurses who have stood united over the last 15 months in their commitment to achieve advancements for patient care at our hospital." The next step for union leadership is to share these details with the full tentative agreement with the 900 represented nurses, and they are expected to vote in the next few weeks. Brennan, Michaela, back to you.
All right, Hayden, also breaking, 2 teens arrested in connection to a murder on Portland Avenue earlier this month. Police tell us that shooting, which killed 32-year-old Shalar Davey, is believed to be a robbery related to marijuana. Authorities say 16-year-old Jordan Torres was identified as one of 2 homicide suspects. They say he fled to New York City. He was arrested Friday, charged with second-degree murder, among other offenses. The second homicide suspect, just 15 years old, Eric Thomas Jr. He was arrested last night as he and 2 other boys went inside a store. Police say they ran to the bathroom and tried to throw away 3 handguns. 2 were loaded. Thomas is charged with second-degree murder. The other 2 arrested overnight, a 19 and a 15-year-old, are charged with criminal possession of a weapon.
Happening tonight, the Board of Education for the Rochester City Schools will vote on a controversial plan that proposes to close 11 schools and 5 other buildings. In September, Superintendent Dr. Carmine Peluso presented this proposal as one that would focus on high-quality instruction and modernization in a time of declining enrollment, but he also pointed to a dip in the number of children being born in our area. District leaders do say that enrollment is at 15,000 students below capacity, and several community conversations and rallies were held over the last month, allowing anyone impacted to express concerns.
This legal saga over who should discipline Rochester police officers is sitting before the state's highest court. The Court of Appeals heard arguments yesterday from the Union for Officers and lawyers for the city. This comes after a state Supreme Court judge stripped the Police Accountability Board of its power to hand out any punishment. The PAB argues voters gave them that power when they agreed to create the group. In a previous ruling, a judge pointed out it's illegal for the board to have that authority, adding only the mayor or someone appointed by the mayor can carry out those duties. The Court of Appeals has not reached a decision, but we'll be back today discussing a verdict.
President Joe Biden will address the country tonight at 8 p.m. from the Oval Office, and it's just one day after he had traveled to Israel, showing support for the Jewish state. He is expected to discuss the U.S.'s response to the ongoing war with Hamas, but also the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
While overseas on his trip, the president said his priority was the release of nearly 200 hostages and pushing for humanitarian aid to Gaza. Israel's prime minister did announce on that the country will no longer prevent aid getting into Gaza as it's coming through Egypt.
If you have an opportunity to alleviate the pain, you should do it, period. And if you don't, you're going to lose credibility worldwide.
The president and U.S. officials are also backing Israel's explanation that a blast at a hospital killing hundreds was caused by a misfired rocket launched in Gaza by militants. The bombing sparked outrage worldwide with protests in many cities, including here in the U.S. At 6:52, sunrise traffic updates here as we check your Thursday morning commute, getting ready to head off to work and getting the kids to school. In the Penfield-Webster area, still reports of that crash within the last half hour at Atlantic Avenue and Saldo Lane. Out by the airport, there's another one at 390 at the Brooks Avenue exit. Again, there by the airport. We will check your morning drive again at 7:25. Governor Kathy Hochul says more than 10 school districts statewide received swatting threats yesterday. It's unclear still if any of those issues were in our area. State troopers do say they are working closely with all the campuses affected. The governor says she wants to reassure parents their children are safe at schools. Swatting calls are false, intended to cause panic among people on campus. Meantime, the governor did sign the Safe Schools by Design Act, requiring all districts to consider modern safety and security features to provide a safe and welcoming environment for everyone that will be coming into their buildings. Local health leaders are pushing people to get vaccinated against the triple-demic of COVID, flu, and RSV heading into winter. The Monroe County Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Mike Mendoza, calls this time of year prime time for respiratory virus season over that combined threat of the three illnesses. He addressed the demand for COVID vaccines at pharmacies and doctors' offices around the area.
Primary care offices are now just getting their supplies. At my office, we just got our supply earlier this week. So we're still early in the season, but we are seeing the demand increasing. The pharmacy wait list, if you go onto their websites and try to make an appointment, it's several days wait in certain instances, but many of our pharmacies are happy to see you as a walk-in if you're willing to wait. It's still early in the season. I think the demand will continue to go up, but I do think supply will keep up.
As for the RSV vaccine, Mendoza says those 60 and up can find that at local pharmacies. He adds children and pregnant women looking to get the vaccines should make an appointment with their own health care provider.
Certainly keeping an eye, a weather eye, on our weekend future. But for today, it's pretty nice. It's going to warm up.
Best
eventually.
day of the week today.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, really.
Love
It should
that.
look good. Have a quick glimpse of twilight outside. Already catching a glimpse of some partial sunshine. That is always nice. Numbers will likely go above average. It's been about 10 days since we've seen that number go above average. So we'll go mid-60s this afternoon. And the rain arrives tonight. None of these days, though, are soakers. You can see it's scattered showers tomorrow, just regular off and on showers Saturday. The wind going to really start to pick up, though, as we get into Sunday and Monday. So, no, not the prettiest of a weekend, but it's not the weekend where you're forced to stay inside. Still some dry time to enjoy both days.
Yeah, because this area is not fully at peak with the leaves. They'll hang on, some of them.
Yeah, I was worried. The rain, the wind.
And if you're looking beyond just the weekend, next week looks pretty decent. Tuesday, Wednesday, some warmer air.
All right, thank you, James, and thank you for watching us here at Sunrise. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes.
And CBS Mornings is coming up next.
Wherever you are, on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.